Welcome, Spireites, if you've just joined us for tonight's Spireites Quiz. Hope you're well. Sure you're buzzing after last night's victory. What a finish. Kwasi Asante once again on the mark. And a great win and all-round excellent performance as well. So, well done to James Rowe and all the staff and the team for that result. And of course, James, it's been announced today, has signed an extended contract, so I'm sure that will delight supporters with the start that's been made under the new manager. So congratulations to James. I know that he's delighted to have extended his stay already. And we're going to be talking about one of his predecessors tonight, because Phil Tooley has put together a Paul Cook themed quiz, and another manager who's just signed a contract, this time at Ipswich Town. So well done to Cookie on his return to football. Great to see him back in the game. Look forward to seeing him again on the circuits at some point. Great memories of Cookie's time at the club. And Phil has put together a whole series of questions relating to Paul Cook's time with the Spireites. So as you can see on the screen there, the pin code 57480. Don't forget to press the finger at the top of your virtual keypad to make sure that you are registered for tonight's quiz. Latest Spireites quiz. I'll get in a thanks early to Phil, because sometimes it's at the end, amongst the excitement, of course, when we have a tight finish, I have been known to forget to thank him, but then immediately remember, just as I'm sat down enjoying a post-quiz pint, and I'll suddenly remember, oh, didn't thank Phil. So thanks very much, Phil, for your help and, of course, your support as well with the quiz. Very much appreciated. And Phil was on the stream that we had the other night for the AGM, the first virtual AGM held by the club. So another first. Were you there? And talking about online events, seamlessly we can then go into one coming up later this month with 4 former Spireites. Do you recognise them there? Tony Bryan, Steve Williams, now Dave Caldwell and Chris Marples. They'll be joining us for an online Q&A. Monday, March the 10th, 7 p.m. start. And we're going to be raising funds for the Spireites for Life mental health football team. They need some new kit, so we're going to help them on the way. So admission to that virtual event, just £10. All the details are in the latest club newsletter. So if you go on the club website, you'll see the latest online newsletter. Details are on there, also on the Spireites Trust website. So hopefully we'll see plenty of people joining us for that Q&A. You'll get a chance to ask questions, and it should be very lively with those 4 involved. So I hope you can join us for that. So we're just waiting for people to sign in, and we're already breezing past the 40 mark, and just a minute past 8. So I'm sure we're going to be hitting the half century very soon. Just while we wait, just to tell you about the matchday food. Have you had some of the matchday food from the Technique Stadium? Pat, the chef, doing a great job there in the kitchen and serving up pie for Saturday home games. Some potatoes and mushy peas as well, and gravy. So getting excellent reviews. So again, details on the website about how you can order your matchday food. Enjoy that while you're waiting for the live stream of the home matches. So all the home matches will have food midweek. It'll be pork cobs generally, and then pies for the weekend matches. And we do have the half century up now. 51 as I speak signed in for tonight's Spireites Quiz, a Paul Cook theme. Welcome if you've just joined us, 57480. And then press the finger at the top of your virtual keypad. So fingers crossed we have an uninterrupted quiz tonight. I think I've located one area of equipment which needs replacing, so let's just hope that it lasts for tonight, but a piece of equipment on its way to try and improve things. I had assumed that the internet was at fault, but it might be well, it certainly is. There is a faulty wire, so got to get that from overseas, of course. So that's on its way as we speak. So fingers crossed everything will go smoothly tonight. I'm sure we've got most of the people joining us who are regulars. If you've not played before or it's a while since you played, just a reminder about the format. It's a multiple choice answer format, so on your virtual keypad, A, B, C or D generally, or sometimes there's a true or false, which can be just A or B. And then you need to go for that as soon as possible. The quicker you answer, the more points you stand to gain. So you'll see the clock ticking down and the points going down at the same time. So the answer is to answer quickly. And there's no turning back because your first answer is final. You aren't able to change that. You can press your keypad as many times as you want. That'll make no difference. And it will register on there as well. So at the end of the question, the answer will come up and it'll give you a sound effect to tell you whether you're right or wrong. It'll also get a tick or a cross and you'll be able to see your standing. So your position on the leaderboard will be shown on your virtual keypad. So we're now just coming up to 8:05. We'll give people time to log in. We're past the 60 mark now. It's great to see. And the winner will go into the draw for a prize. Still yet to sort the prizes out for last month's quiz winners. Just waiting on one potential provider of a prize. I wanted to do a first, second and third in a draw. So hopefully we'll get a positive response. If not, going back to the drawing board to come up with some prizes. But we'll also have a Wheel of Fortune. And tonight I thought we'd give away some match programs. They're going to be in demand, I'm sure, in years to come, the lockdown programs, because we only produce about 200 per match. So they should be highly collectible. I'll see if we can perhaps get a signature on some of them as well. So I'll give you a few programs from matches played at the Technique Stadium this season. That's a Wheel of Fortune, so it'll be the top 20 at the halfway stage will be entered into that Wheel of Fortune. So completely at random. And that will decide who wins those programs. So registrations have slowed down now, so I think we'll get underway shortly. 57480 is the PIN code. So you need to put in that number along with your name as you'd like it to appear on the screen. And then, of course, you need to press the finger at the top of your virtual keypad. So I'll get underway very shortly. I'll just take a quick sip tea before anybody says anything. Just before we get underway, I'll give people time to sign in. 57480 and then press the finger at the top of your virtual keypad. Okay, so a couple of people have signed in the last minute. So we'll get underway in just a minute's time. So final call for anybody who's a latecomer. You'll see the pin code on the screen there, 57480. And then press the finger at the top of your virtual keypad. Paul Cook themed quiz tonight, the newly appointed Ipswich Town manager, of course, and he's taken another former Spireites favourite with him, Gary Roberts. He's his first team coach. So good to see them back together at Ipswich Town. Not surprised that Robbo is with him. It was always a favourite of Cookie's, and I always fancied that he'd have him as a coach. So, of course, Gary Roberts, formerly a player at Ipswich as well, so he does know the area and the club. So let's now move on. 57480, and then press the finger at the top of the virtual keypad, and let's get underway. Let's take a look first of all. And let's see who's with us tonight. Cook a doodle doo. Gotta keep guessing. Dave Mid, Kev Wag, The Cots, Haslam Spireites, Vale Madness, Spireites Please, Glee Team, Reggie for POTY. Some great names there. I don't know what that refers to. The Lift at Casa. Wonder what that could be about. Cook's Barrel Bar Tab. Yeah, I do remember going to a wine tasting one night, and who should be there in the barrel as I walked past on the way to the wine tasting, and there was Paul Cook. So of course I had to go in and have a quick drink with him before I went along to the wine tasting. So a lot of familiar names there. Moss CFC, last week's winner. Two new names, but yeah, let's get underway with tonight's quiz. Don't forget, multiple choice. Answer as quickly as you can to get as many points as possible. Good luck, everyone. So Paul Cook's first match as Spireites managers on 27th of October 2012. 1-0 home defeat against Barnet, but who was the opposing manager that day? Martin Allen, Edgar Davids, Mark Robson or Loris Sanchez? Quickly get your answer in. Who was the manager of Barnet when Spireites faced them October 2012? Martin Allen, Edgar Davids, Mark Robson or Loris Sanchez? Of course, we know Martin Allen very well from his time at the club. I wonder if we'll have a Martin Allen themed quiz at some point from Phil. Just two to answer, PK and Halo Spireite. So Halo Spireite, the lone figure yet to answer. And the answer is Mark Robson. So how many people put Mark Robson? Well, only 11 getting that right. 29 going for Edgar Davids. Let's take a look then. Dan is at the top. Number one Spireite. Second, got to keep guessing in third. On to the second question. Just over a month before Cook moved to Chesterfield, his Accrington side played extremely well in a 4-3 Chesterfield win. How many of the Stanley squad that day did Cook go on to sign for Chesterfield? Was it 1, 2, 3 or 4? So we're looking for former Accrington players who played under Paul Cook, who went on to sign for Chesterfield, who played or were in the squad on that day. That 4-3 win for the Spireites, but it effectively was an audition for Cookie for the manager's job. Dave Allen deciding he wanted to appoint him after seeing the brand of football played by Accrington that night. So everybody has answered, and the answer is 2. So keeper Ian Dunbavin and Benin international Romy Bocco. Romy Bocco came up in conversation today. Actually, I didn't realise that he'd done some scouting for Cookie during his time at Wigan. An interesting story about that one, but that's not for now. Let's take a look. And yes, 30 getting that right, so well done. 20 going for 3, 11 for 1 and 5 for 4. On to question 3. True or false? Paul Cook was the winning manager for the first ever FAI Cup final to be played at the Aviva Stadium in Dublin. Is it A, true or B, false? Is that true or false that Paul Cook was the winning manager for the first ever FAI Cup final to be played at the Aviva Stadium in Dublin? A true or false question. So you've got a 50% chance of getting it right. PSV Pilsley, I see there, a former winner in several guises. Always Pilsley involved. Spireites, please, to just answer. Kalo Spireite, yet to answer. It's good to see when everybody can answer, but Kalo Spireite, just check that your stream is right up to the end. Now answered. The answer is true. Sligo beat Shamrock Rovers on penalties after a 0-0 draw. Owen Doyle scoring the first penalty in the shootout, which ended 2-0. So true is what we're looking for, and 46 of you getting that right. On to question 4. Who was the first player to make his first team debut for Chesterfield under Paul Cook? Liam Cooper, Jack Broadhead, Jay O'Shea or Brennan Dickinson? The first player to make his first team debut for the Spireites under Paul Cook, either Liam Cooper, Jack Broadhead, Jay O'Shea or Brennan Dickinson. So we have around half the time gone now, just Travelman yet to answer. So everybody quick off the mark tonight, and everybody has answered. Always good to see that everybody can answer. Just make sure your stream is right to the end so that you're not lagging behind at all. And the answer is Liam Cooper. Started the Hartlepool FA Cup win. The others were the next 3 debut makers. So Liam Cooper A. And slightly the most popular answer with 20 getting that right. Paul Cook's first match as a player in the Premier League was in '94 after he joined Coventry from Wolves. Who was the manager that signed and selected him? Was it Ron Atkinson, Bobby Gould, Gordon Strachan or Phil Neal? So the manager who signed Cookie after he joined Coventry from Wolves, either Big Ron, Bobby Gould, Gordon Strachan or Phil Neal. I remember seeing Cookie play for Wolves actually, and he stood out as a very gifted midfielder. Going to play at Molyneux in games that are covered then. And 10 seconds left, everybody has answered. So 66 people have locked in their answer. And the answer is Phil Neal. And the least popular answer, so catching plenty of people out there. So after 5, we take a look at the leaderboard. Let's see who's up there. Singing the Blues is at the top, ahead of the number 1 Spireite and then Shazza. Cook a doodle do, and then Gotta Keep Guessing. The lift at the Casa is climbing to 7th. PK is handily placed there as well. Ben Smith, ADI Gord. That's the top 10. Who's got to pull the socks up towards the bottom? Well, Kevin Wagg yet to get off the mark. Former winner. Or CFC as well. Low down, but plenty of time. Lemonade Volodymyr. Good to see you with us again. On to question 6. Which month did Paul Cook win this award? April 2014, April 2013, August 2013 or December 2014? So, Cookie shown with the Manager of the Month award, but for which month was that? April 2014, April 2013, August 2013 or December 2014? And half the time is gone. A handful left, Travelman and Mojo now. Everybody has answered. So with more than 10 seconds on the clock, everybody getting their answer in. And the answer is August 2013. 4 league wins, a draw and a creditable performance in the Cup at Leeds. I remember it well. So C is what we're looking for. And 21 getting that right, but 22 going for April 2014. Let's take a look. Question 7. Which of these sequences matches the League One results of August 2014? So, deep breath. 1-1, lost, drawn, 1. 1, drawn, 1, drawn, lost, lost, drawn, 1-1-1, drawn, 1, lost, 1-1. And relax. I think you read those now. I think that's probably easier. You can look at those sequences from the League One results of August 2014. And half the time now remains. Still a few yet to answer. Including Spireites, please. Moondog as well. Joan, just make sure that your stream is right to the end, in case you're lagging behind, losing vital seconds. And the answer is A. 1-1, lost, drawn, 1. And yeah, that most popular answer with 27 getting that right. Well done. In question 8, in the 6-0 win in the FA Cup at Braintree in November 2014, whose shot was deflected for an own goal by Remy Clarima? Was it Tendai Derikwa, Charlie Raglan, Ian Evett, or Dan Jones? So, whose shot was deflected for an own goal by Remy Clarima in the game at Braintree in the FA Cup, November 2014? Tendai Derikwa, Charlie Raglan, Ian Evett, or Dan Jones? Evo, another one who came up in conversation with a couple of former Spireites employees, let's say, today. 10 seconds left. Just Dan to answer. And the answer is Dan Jones. How many people put D? Dan Jones. Yeah, most popular answer, 22 getting that right. On to question 9. Look at the photo. In what chronological order were these photographs taken in? So, look at the different options: A, D, B, C, C, B, D, A, B, D, C, A, or D, B, A, C. So in which chronological order were those photographs taken in? Can you work out who Cookie's playing for in those different photographs and then work out when they occurred? So a tricky one. Always good to see the photograph questions. Mixes it up a little. And into the last 10 seconds, we still have a few yet to answer. M&S and Mojo still. A reminder, just make sure that your stream is right to the end when you're looking on YouTube. BDCA, so C is the answer, and the most popular one as well, 31. Well done getting that right. Tricky one. Coming up to halfway stage, the 11 players selected to start Paul Cook's last match as Chesterfield manager, the playoff semi-final at Preston. How many of them have played in the Championship this season? 1, 2, 3, or 4? So that's of the 11 players selected to start Cookie's last match as Chesterfield manager. That was the playoff semi at Preston. How many of them have played in the Championship this term? 1, 2, 3, or 4? And we're coming up to the halfway stage in the time. Less than 20 seconds now. You yet to answer. Just the back headers and everybody's in now. So again, with more than 10 seconds on the clock, everybody has answered. And the answer is 2. Sam Morsey and Sam Kluka. So let's take a look. Yep, most popular answer with 31, but 22 going for 3. Let's take a look then. We're at the halfway stage. Let's take a look at the all-important leaderboard. And it's Will at the top. 7 points clear of Singing the Blues. And then Dr. Blue in third. The number 1 Spireite. ADI Gord. Ben Smith, Cooperman, the backheaders, the lift at Casa, and Reggie for POTY. Few former winners on that first page I can see there, but at the moment it's Will, 7 points clear at the top. We'll go on to Wheel of Fortune now. So everybody in that top 20 has gone into there. I'm going to give away a few programs from this season, so they will be collectible because they're in limited supply. And if you want me to get some autographs on there, I will do. So let's spin the wheel. Completely at random. Let's see who's going to win our Wheel of Fortune tonight. And the wheel is slowing down, grinding to a halt. And it lands on Reggie for POTY. So well done, Reggie. If you take a photo or a screenshot of your virtual keypad, send it to the usual address. I'll repeat that at the end, but it's media@chesterfield-fc.co.uk, or you can replay this stream on YouTube and you'll be able to get it from that. So well done to Reggie for POTY, tonight's Wheel of Fortune winner of the Spireites programs from this season. Question 11. As a manager, which of these former Chesterfield players has Paul Cook as manager v manager beaten on 8 occasions, his biggest tally of wins against any other manager? Danny Wilson, Lee Johnson, Eddie Gormley or John Sheridan? So a manager who Cook is beaten on 8 occasions. Danny Wilson, Lee Johnson, Eddie Gormley or John Sheridan? Less than half the time now remains. And good to see everybody's stream working well tonight. The connections, apart from Ellie at the moment. Ellie's still yet to answer. But she's still deciding. And the answer is Eddie Gormley. The ex-Spurs loanee was manager of regular Sligo Rovers opponents Bray Wanderers. That could have caught a few people out who might not remember Eddie Gormley. Let's take a look. And indeed it has. The least popular answer. 12 getting that right. 23 going for Lee Johnson, who's now at Sunderland, of course. John Sheridan with 17. Danny Wilson with 14. Question 12. Another photo. Which of these outfield players appeared the most times as a Spireite under Paul Cook? Is it A, B, C or D? So work out the players and then work out which one appeared the most times under Paul Cook for the Spireites. And less than half the time now remains. So everybody comfortably answering in time, and the answer is A. Tendai Darikwa, 116 appearances. We also got, of course, there Sam Hurd, Ian Everett, and Armand Nangerie. So how many people put A? Yeah, 24 going for the right one there. Well done. On to 13. Which ex-Spireite appeared for opponents Woking and Paul Cook's first ever game as a manager? Goalless draw at Southport in the Football Conference in August 06. Was it Neil Grayson, Mark DeBolla, Shwan Jalal or Sean Wilkinson? So an ex-Spireite who appeared for Woking in Cookie's first ever game as a manager. That was for Southport in the Football Conference in August 2006. Neil Grayson, Mark DeBolla, Shwan Jalal or Sean Wilkinson? On the ADI Gord to answer. And has now answered. So once again, comfortably within the time limit. All 67 are in. And the answer is Shwan Jalal. How many people put C? Well, 30 of you getting that right. Well done. On to 14. Which player has only 3 appearances for a Football League club? All came under Paul Cook at Chesterfield. Made those 3 appearances in 3 different competitions. FA Cup, League One and Johnson's Paint Trophy. And he was sent off in one of those appearances. Was it Michael On of Wigan, Jack Broadhead, Charlie Dawes or Miles Wright? There's only 3 appearances for a Football League club, all coming under Cookie at Chesterfield. He appeared in different competitions, the FA Cup, League One and the JPT. Also sent off in one of those competitions, so I could narrow it down for you. Michael On of Wigan, Jack Broadhead, Charlie Dawes or Miles Wright? And we're now into the last 10 seconds. Only Kalo Spireite, and just as I said that, has now answered. To again. Everybody is in. And the answer is Jack Broadhead, sent off on his only start at Scunthorpe in the JPT. So B is what we're looking for. And the most popular answer with 23, but 20 going for Michael on of Wigan. I remember him well, but lost track of him now. Not sure where he's playing. Question 15. Owen Dole, despite leaving in January, was the 2014-15 top scorer with 25 goals for Cook's team. Who was second top scorer that season? Look at the photos and tell us A, B, C or D. Work out who they are in the photos. And then tell us who was the second top scorer in 2014-15 for the Spireites behind Owen Doyle. And less than half the time now remains. Ellie and ADI Gord yet to answer into the last 10 seconds. Time running out, and in fact now has answered Ellie, so we're all there. And it is B. Sam Clucas with 12, Jay O'Shea with 9, Gary Roberts 8, and Armand Nandrier 3. So B is what we're looking for. 22. Getting that right. And at this stage with 5 to go, let's take a look at the leaderboard. And Will is still there, but now with a 25-point lead over Ben Smith. And the lift at Casa is in 3rd place. So all to play for. In the closing stages here, just outside the top 3, we have Dr. Blue, the Backheaders, a former winner, Singing the Blues, C3 92 is there, ADI Gord, and the Cots. Question 16. On what day was Paul Cook's first ever game as an EFL manager for Accrington at Rotherham? Mother's Day, Good Friday, Easter Monday, or Valentine's Day? So one of those significant days marked Paul Cook's first ever game as an EFL manager. That's when Accrington played at Rotherham on either Mother's Day, Good Friday, Easter Monday or Valentine's Day. Less than half the time now remains. Handful of people yet to answer, down to 2 now, and only Mattisfield Town. Until last 10 seconds. And the answer is Valentine's Day. Well, some lucky guesses going on there. 26 getting that right. 17. Which player signed by Cook for Chesterfield has appeared in League 2 this season for both Newport and Barrow? Jamie Devitt, Ollie Banks, Dion Donoghue or Romy Bocco? So it's somebody who was signed by Cookie for the Spireites, has appeared this season in League 2 for both Newport County and Barrow. Either Jamie Devitt, Ollie Banks, Dion Donoghue or Romy Bocco. And into the last 10 seconds. Mattisfield Town yet to answer. Just make sure your stream is right to the end. Just out of time, I think, yeah, and it's Jamie Devitt. So many people put Jamie Devitt. And 36 of you getting that right. On to 18. True or false, Paul Cook's debut as a player for Wigan in 85 saw him team up with a future Spireites Wembley winning player and a future Spireites assistant manager. True or false? So when he made his debut for Wigan in 1985, it saw him team up with a future Spireites Wembley winning player and a future Spireites assistant manager. Who could they be? But you've got a 50% chance of getting it right. Just Mattisfield Town yet to answer. Maybe your stream is lagging slightly behind. That might be why you're losing some precious time, just check that on your YouTube stream. And the answer is true. Billy Stewart and Graham Barrow, the future Spireites Wembley winning player and the future Spireites assistant manager. So true. How many people put A? Yep, we had 40 of you get that right. 26 going false and 1 no-show. So Will was the leader, followed by Ben Smith after 15. So with 2 to go, let's take a quick look at the leaderboard. And Ben Smith has taken over at the top. Will dropping down to 4th place. The Backheaders, former winner, just 16 points behind. Then it's Dr. Blue in 3rd. So it's going to be a tense last 2 questions. So Ben Smith and the Backheaders battling it out at the top. Dr. Blue also in contention, but let's go now to the penultimate question of the evening. So what's the longest run of unbeaten league games Paul Cook presided over at Chesterfield? 8, 9, 10 or 11? The longest run of unbeaten league games that Paul Cook presided over at Chesterfield, and it's either 8, 9, 10 or 11. But the speed of which you answer could be crucial for those at the top. If they've got it right, of course, could make all the difference. Into the last 10 seconds, only Travelman, and well, now Travelman's answered. Mattisfield Town yet to answer. May well run out of time, and the answer is 10. The last 2 games of 12-13 and the first 8 of 13-14, 9 of the 10 were wins. So how many people put C? Yep, most popular answer, 29. So into the last question of the evening. Good luck, everyone. Fingers on virtual keypads to get in your answers quickly as possible. How old was Paul Cook when he played his last game as a pro for Accrington at Kidderminster Harriers? 37 years, 2 months, 38 years, 2 months, 39 years, 2 months, or 40 years, 2 months. So the age of Cookie when he made his last appearance as a professional for Accrington at Kidderminster: 37 years and 2 months, 38 years and 2 months, 39 years and 2 months, or 40 years and 2 months. Less than half the time now remains. Still a number of people yet to answer, including Cook A Doodle Doo, Travelman, Mattisfield Town and Brockwell Spireites 2. Good to see that pretty much everybody's been able to answer all the questions tonight. And the answer is 39 years and 2 months. How many people put C? Well, only 13 getting that right, so it could be crucial. So we did have Ben Smith as the leader. 2 from home. Backheaders, though, were in contention, as was Dr. Blue. Let's take a look at the final leaderboard. So tonight, in the bronze medal position, we have Dr. Blue. So Dr. Blue, well done to you, 322 points. Tonight's runner-up is Ben Smith. So we have had a change of leader right at the death. Tonight's winner, congratulations to the Backheaders by 3 points, snatching victory at the death. Excellent performance from Backheaders in second place going into the last couple of questions, but just snatching it at the end. Commiserations to Ben Smith, who looked poised to claim victory. Just edged out at the end, singing the blues there. Will, former leader, dropped down to 5th. The lift at Casa, never been the same since. ADI Gord, P392, the number 1 Spireites, and PSV Pilsy, that's the top 10. Vale Madness should mention many thanks to Marcia for those wonderful brownies supplied in the press box last night. Much appreciated, and I did hand over the box to James Rowe at the end of the match, the post-match press conference, big beaming smile when he saw what they were and then handed them to the players and staff. So don't think they lasted very long at all. So thanks a lot for that, Marcia. 12 is Moondog, then it's Carefree, Dave Mid, Reggie for POTY, Gotta Keep Guessing, Cooperman, Sapnormo, Spireites, and PK. And keep going down the leaderboard. You see yourself there. Spireites Police did well in the Fun Family Quiz on Sunday, but not so well tonight, 33rd. Then Kevin Wag, row your boat. And we keep going further down. Brooks Barrel Bar Tab, 44th. Edges in 45th place. Emma P. Get that Wheel of Fortune prize to you, Emma P, as well. In the next couple of days, been very busy few days with the home matches. Take a look further down. Westbar Spireite, multiple winner in the past, but not doing so well tonight. Lee Team, another one who won on the Wheel of Fortune the other week. Sort your prize out for that as well. Further down there, Dunk Fletch, 89. Welcome to you, Duncan. And Mojo at the bottom of the table. So before we go, let's give you a reminder about the Fun Family Quiz, which takes place Sunday evening. That's 5 o'clock here on our YouTube channel. We also have our online Q&A with those characters later in the month, Monday, March the 22nd. Should be some good fun. Only £10, and it's going to raise money for the Spireites for Life mental health football team. You can just watch, so you don't have to take part. You can just be there while we're asking the questions to Tony Bryan, Steve Williams, Dave Caldwell, and Jed Marples, of course. And don't forget as well the pie that's going to be served up on Saturday ahead of the home game against Yeovil. Do put your orders in for that. You'll see the details on the club website. And for the winner tonight, as well as the Wheel of Fortune winner, do send me a screenshot of your virtual keypad or a photo just to prove that it's you. Got the back headers and the Wheel of Fortune winner. What was that? Was it Reggie for POTY? So if you want to send your details to media@chesterfield-fc.co.uk. Thanks once again to Phil Tooley for his help with tonight's quiz. As always, many thanks, Phil, for that. And great questions once again. Phil will be sorting out another theme for next week's quiz. So congratulations once again to the backheaders for winning tonight. Commiserations to Ben Smith, edged out by 3 points at the end, then Dr. Blue in third. Hope you've enjoyed the quiz. Please do give us some feedback. We'll be posting the graphic of the top 3 there on our social media channels in a little while. So on Facebook and Twitter, you'll be able to comment on there if you want, and hopefully you can join us for the Fun Family Quiz on Sunday at 5 o'clock here on our YouTube channel. So hope you've enjoyed it. Many thanks for your company tonight, and until the next time, look after yourselves.